My name is Zane Stephen and I'm from the community of Gros Islet. I first decided I wanted to be a barber when one night before school, where my grandmother couldn't afford to pay me a haircut, so I went by my aunt for dinner. So me waiting for the dinner, you know, being a bit troublesome, I came across a nail cutter. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna use that nail cutter and pluck the hair in front of my head. So I went to a bathroom and did so. Now, the next day, which was school, my friends started laughing at me when I got to school because I looked kind of stupid. But then I decided I consider if I could do that with a nail cutter, then I could do that with a razor blade. And when I got home, I went to buy a razor blade, and then I tried to fix what I did with the nail cutter. It wasn't the best, but it was looking like, a barber did something. So then my friends started asking me to mark them and so forth. I started marking a few of them, practicing. Although I cut a whole lot of them, because I wasn't too good with holding the razor blade as yet. But then, I still continue, practicing and practicing. I used to mark guys on the courts, the old courts building in Gros Islet. Guys used to come to my yard, even when I used to go to school, I used to walk with a razor, just to mark some of the guys and stuff. But then, being my grandfather knew that I was marking people. He had this clipper and he wanted me to cut his hair. But I was kind of afraid because I've never cut anybody's hair before. It's more marking. So I said, this is an old man. Even if I make a mistake or whatever, he wouldn't make it an issue because he has nobody to see him and so forth. So I still went, cut his hair. It looked good, it wasn't the best, but then I told myself I could do that, I could probably make something after that. I could probably cut somebody's hair, to make some money and all. So I kept practicing and practicing on some people that, I used to trust me on their heads. But it wasn't easy. I used to be afraid, I used to be nervous, I used to run away from people that come in to cut their hair because I don't want to make a mistake in somebody's head and then, the person want to, get mad at me or something. So it was, I would say it wasn't that easy for me. But then, I used to, whilst every young person was on the phone or the computer, social media and all that stuff, I used to go on YouTube and watch how to do these haircuts and set up your machines and all that. And then I got the whole of it when this Indian guy came to my yard to cut, and then I was so nervous, I was sweating. But I did what I had to do, and it came out, it wasn't perfect, but it was looking like a pretty good haircut. So then I told myself, you know what, I'm going to invest into some machines and then I'm going to expand. I started cutting hair in front of my yard, where I had this little table, a piece of mirror, and these spinning chairs you find by the bars. That's what I was using, right? And people came there to support the vibe, see how good I am with cutting hair, they trust me and all that. But it was a little bit challenging because everybody's coming to my yard and it's in front of my house right there, But also I had to deal with Mother Nature, especially when it rains. So then from the yard I decided to build a shed in the back of the yard where it was a bit easier for me because now I have a roofing over my head. But still, when it rains too heavy, I have to leave the shed because the roof is leaking. So then people used to come there and tell me like, why you don't find a place to do barbering? Why you don't open a shop? But I told them I'm taking my time. I'm taking it one step at a time. I'm not rushing into anything. You understand? So I took my time, made the little monies, save it up, And then when I feel I was ready to establish to go into a bigger place, then I said, you know what, I'm ready to move. And today I'm here and I'm happy and I'm thankful. Honestly, I feel it's a great achievement for me. Looking at where I started, where I came from, and all that, I feel like I have accomplished one of my goals. And that was one of my goals, to have my own business. Because when I was going to school, secondary school, you know, I told myself, I don't really want to work for anybody. Like, I wanted to do my own thing. But I wasn't sure as to what I wanted to do as yet, until that barbering thing came around. So I must say it's a great achievement. I decided that I wanted to be a coach when my playing career was cut short due to an injury. So I told myself I would love to teach the little knowledge of the game that I know to the younger ones coming up in the community. So that's when it all started, that I wanted to be a coach. So Barber Francis Lastic, which we call Boss Oates, he had this little program with these preschoolers he used to teach on an afternoon, and then he asked me to come help him. And then in helping him, you know, I was learning a little from him and stuff and so forth like that. And then that's when it all started. I have experience with the St. Lucia national team, senior team, you know, as the head goalkeeper coach, you know, traveling different places, different countries and so forth. Even World Cup qualifications in 2016, yeah, we went to Antigua, although we lost, you know, but that was a nice experience with them. Also, I was previously the coach of the Gros Islet senior team, Black Hat senior team, where we came third in the tournament. And also I feel, you know, experiencing all that as a young coach. And also I believe that I'm the youngest coach on island to be doing all this, you know, with the national team and the Gros Islet teams and all that. So, you know, I feel good about that. And also I have qualifications at the grassroots level, which is the kids, you know, where you teach them the basics. And also I have qualifications at the goalkeeping level. The fact that I get to teach these kids about the game, especially the little knowledge I know about the game, I get to teach these kids. And also, when I go out there on the playing ground with them, you know, they bring a lot of joy to my heart, you know. Just being out there with them, you know, they always, you know, joking around and all that, you know. If I'm having a bad day and I just pick up my bag and I go to the playground with them, bad day gone, trust me, because these kids, I just love being with them, you understand? They are very close to my heart, I swear. Well, there's this big project happening in Gros Islet, this new team coming out, something really big, you understand? Just look out for it, be prepared, because trust me, you see when it drops, a lot of people gonna faint, a lot of people are gonna be jaw open. Trust me, that's what's next for Zane Stephen. All I want to say to these young men and women out there, you understand? I know everybody have dreams, everybody have goals, but they don't just come to you. You have to go out there and work towards it. You understand? If you keep just sitting around the place, doing nothing, procrastinating day in, day out, then nothing happens. But if you try, you make a little effort, you understand? Whether you have a trade, whether you know you have a skill, whatever. Because I believe you don't need CXCs and distinctions to make it out there. It's not all about that. Yes, you need some form of education, but you don't really need all these things, you know. Because I bet out there are tradesmen that make way more than people with all these qualifications, all these distinctions and all that. So if you could think of it, then you could do it. All you have to do is just get up and go out there and go strive for it. You understand? Because nothing comes to anybody who waits or just sit around. You have to make an effort. You understand? Take example, me. If I stayed there procrastinating, sitting around doing nothing, I wouldn't be here today. You understand? So that's all I'm telling you guys. If you could just get up and then trust me, one day you'll end up like me or even way better than me.